Hello everyone. Again, this is the Biomedical Engineering Club of ENSAM Rabat. In today's video, we will talk about a new topic that is considered one of the main disciplines that a biomedical engineer must study. It is biochemistry. So let's get started. The first question that may come to your head is, what does the word biochemistry mean? The word biochemistry is made up of two parts, the word bio that means life, and the word chemistry that refers to chemical reactions between molecules and atoms. So generally, biochemistry is the study of the chemical constituents of living cells, and the reactions that transform them. These reactions happen between molecules in order to ensure and sustain life, knowing that life is an organic state, characterized by the capacity for reproduction, metabolism and reaction to stimuli. Biochemistry studies the molecules that constitute living beings. These molecules are called biomolecules. Biomolecules are the most essential organic molecules, which are involved in the maintenance and metabolic processes of living organisms. These non-living molecules are the actual foot soldiers of the battle of sustenance of life. There are four major classes of biomolecules: carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids, and lipids. Carbohydrates are chemically defined as polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones or compounds, which produce them on hydrolysis. In simple terms, we acknowledge carbohydrates as sugars or substances that taste sweet. They are collectively called as saccharides, coming from the Greek word saccharin that means sugar. Depending on the number of constituting sugar units obtained upon hydrolysis, carbohydrates are classified as monosaccharides referring to 1 unit of sugar, oligosaccharides for 2 to 10 units, and polysaccharides for more than 10 units. Carbohydrates have multiple functions that make them so important to sustain life. They're the most abundant dietary source of energy. They are structurally very important for many living organisms, as they form a major structural component. For example, glucose is a simple carbohydrate, or sugar that is very important because cells in an organism use it as a source of energy. Turning glucose into energy is called cellular respiration, which is done inside the cells of a living organism. Having the right amount of glucose available in a person's body is important, because glucose is essential in the proper functioning of the brain. It can be measured with a simple blood test. People that do not have enough glucose have low blood sugar levels. This is a health condition called hypoglycemia. People with too much glucose have hyperglycemia. They might have a health condition called diabetes. Another example is galactose, a member of a group of carbohydrates known as simple sugars or monosaccharides. It is usually found in nature combined with other sugars, as, for example, in lactose or milk sugar. The second major class of biomolecules is proteins. Proteins are another class of indispensable biomolecules, which make up around 50% of the cellular dry weight. Proteins are polymers of amino acids arranged in the form of polypeptide chains. In other words, amino acids are the organic compounds that combine to form proteins, hence they are referred to as the building components of proteins. The structure of proteins is classified as primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary in some cases. These structures are based on the level of complexity of the protein. Proteins play both structural and dynamic roles, because most enzymes are proteinaceous in nature. Enzymes mostly carry out all numerous chemical reactions which take place within a cell. They also help in regenerating and creating DNA molecules, and carry out complex processes. Proteins are involved in the creation of various types of hormones which help in balancing the components of the body. For example, hormones like insulin, which helps in regulating blood sugar and secretin. It is also involved in the digestion process and formation of digestive juices. Proteins play another role in the immunity of the body. Antibodies, also known as immunoglobulins, are a type of proteins which is majorly used by the immune system to repair and heal the body from foreign bacteria. Another major class of biomolecules is nucleic acids. Nucleic acids refer to the genetic material found in the cell that carries all the hereditary information from parents to progeny. There are two types of nucleic acids, namely deoxyribonucleic acid, or DNA, and ribonucleic acid, or RNA. One of the primary differences between DNA and RNA is that DNA is double-stranded, while RNA is single-stranded. The last major class of biomolecules is lipids. Lipids are organic substances that are insoluble in water, soluble in organic solvents, are related to fatty acids, and are utilized by the living cell. They include fats, waxes, sterols, fat-soluble vitamins, monoditriglycerides, phospholipids, etc. And not to mention that they play a great role in the cellular structure and are the chief source of energy. So that was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning about biochemistry, and see you in another video of biomedical disciplines. And don't forget, doctor or engineer. We can be both.